welcome to my channel. Today we will be learning how to do a crochet scrunchie. So it's a really simple and quick tutorial. Here's the materials that you would be requiring. So for today's tutorial I will be using the mocha, which is a worsted Aran weight yarn. In the photo this is also the wool ease, which is a fisherman color that I've used. So to start with, we also will require a 4.5mm crochet hook, a yarn guide which would be really useful for beginners, elastic hairband or hair tie, a darning needle and a scissor. So let's get started, shall we? All these items are linked in the description box below should you want to use all of the same tools and supplies that I've used. So I'm just going to start showing you how to do the tutorial. So I'm using this yarn. So the first thing we will be doing is we will be doing a slip knot. I'm assuming you guys know how to do a slip knot. If not, you can just pause and check out my other video which shows you how to do a slip knot. To begin, just wrap the yarn around your fingers and then quickly make a slip knot like I'm doing it in this video. And then once the slip knot has been done, just put it in the hook and we will start our tutorials. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be quickly wearing the yarn guide. This one is really light and very easy to use. I highly recommend if you're a beginner to use this because it's so easy, you'll thank me later. So now what we are going to do is we are going to take the hair band and we will be first trying to secure the yarn in the elastic band. So to do that, we will start with a single crochet. So one thing I would like to mention, guys, is this tail end of the yarn, make sure it is around the elastic band as we will be working with it so that later we don't have to weave it in. So now let's start with our first single crochet. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the crochet hook and then go under the elastic band, and then so we will grab the yarn and then pull it through the two loops. Now we have done our first single crochet. So we go under the yarn, grab the yarn, we have two loops, and then what we do is we just pull it through both the loops, and that makes our second single crochet. So doing these two single crochets has helped us secure the yarn on the band. So now we will be doing 140 half double crochet into the hairband. So I'll show you this. So you yarn over, go under, then grab the yarn, and then you'll have 3 loops on your hook, and then you'll yarn over again and then pull through. So that makes your first half double crochet. So you yarn over, go under the band, then grab the yarn, and then you yarn over again and pull through the 3 loops. So you keep doing this, and what we will be doing is we will cover the entire band. So that way. So just one thing I'd like to let you know is that you could mark the first stitch with a stitch marker, that it will really easy to identify. So make sure you don't lose the tail end, and make sure it's always around the elastic so that we don't lose it. So now that I've done around 25 half double crochet, I just would like to show you how you can just squeeze them in. This is just that you have a lot of ruffles and it looks like a proper scrunchie, as I've made already on this one. So yes, so I would keep doing that. Don't do that after every stitch, obviously. You do couple and then you squeeze it in, and make sure this way you will be able to fit around 140 half double crochets in this. Guys, so one thing I really wanted to mention was just make sure you don't drop the tail end of the yarn, and it's just, while you're stitching it is around the elastic band. It will be really useful and really helpful for you because later you don't have to weave it in. So make sure when you're doing the half double crochet, you have the elastic band and the tail end of the yarn around each other. So it will be really helpful. So what also I want to mention is that you do couple and then squeeze it in so you get that scrunch. You don't just do it after 2. So do couple like a 10 around, and then so I'll finish the entire stitch and come back to you. So guys, I've done around 25 around half double crochet. I just wanted to show you how I squeeze them together so that I can get that really fluffy and the scrunchy look that I've already done on the first crochet scrunchies. So I would recommend you keep doing that after you do around 25-30 half double crochets, so it will be really helpful. So guys, I've done around 140 half double crochets, and you can see how it is looking, how the scrunch looks like. One thing I forgot to mention was I did use a stitch marker to mark the first stitch. It will be really easy for you, so I highly recommend you do that. So I'm just going to take off the stitch marker, and then we will be finishing off by doing a slip stitch. So to do the slip stitch, we are going to insert a crochet in the first half double crochet we did. I'm assuming at this point you know how to do a slip stitch. If not, you can check out my other videos. So we've done this slip stitch now. We are going to chain one, as you can see, and then we are going to go on to our second row. So yarn over and then insert hook to the stitch, and then you've got 3 loops, yarn over and then pull through. So you keep doing this the next one as well. So we will be doing another set of 140 half double crochets to get the second layer. I really like having the second layer because it just gives me the really fluffy and the scrunchy look that I am looking for. So I will be completing around 140 half double crochet all around this, and then come back to you and show you. So this is another one that you must have seen in the photo that I've done, so it's just going to mirror the same look. So I will finish it off and come back to you guys. So guys, I've done both the rows now, and look how it's looking. I quite like this look. If you don't like it to be that big as me, you could do lesser stitches, so it will make sure it's a smaller one. But the reason I like it this way is that when I wear it in my hair or anything, what I can do is just I can do 2 layers, so you can, this way it would be much more secure in my hair. So I quite like this look of it. So now I'm going to also showing you how I'm going to cut the yarn and then weave it in, so to secure it. So I'll take the stitch marker. So the first thing before we cut off the yarn is also we have to do a slip stitch to secure it. So I'm just doing the slip stitch, and this will finish it off. And then once I've done the slip stitch, I'll just do another chain 1, so it just makes sure it's secured. So now I'm pulling up the loop, and then I will just cut the yarn as I'm doing here at the moment. And once I have cut the yarn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a darning needle, and then the tail end of the yarn that you can see, what I'm going to do is basically I will be weaving it inside so you can't see the extra layer. So now guys, we will start the process to weave in this tail end that's hanging. So I'm just going to thread the darning needle and then show you how I'm going to secure this tail end of your yarn so that you can't see it. So now that I've threaded the darning needle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go near the band and insert the needle. I'll insert it around that so that it doesn't show the extra bit of the yarn. So you just insert it and then pull it through, and you will see this will also secure it, and then you can't see the extra yarn. So what we will be doing is we will do one direction. So what I'm going to be doing to secure it is also I'll change the direction and do it the other way. So this makes sure it's really secure and doesn't come out. So just follow along guys, and I will show you once I'm ready to cut the yarn off. guys, I showed you really slowly like how I secured this. So there's a little bit of yarn left, so I'm just going to cut it with the scissors because I just didn't want to put it in any further because it will be really hard for the needle to come out. So yeah, once done, so I'm going to now take another little small piece of plastic needle and then just secured it inside. So yeah, this is how I finished it. I really like how it looks. I purpose, as I mentioned, really like this size because what I can do is I can just make a double layer and it's really cute and I like it. In case you didn't want this to be this size, so what you, as I mentioned earlier as well, you can just make it smaller and just do less stitches. It will be really great. So yeah, I really like it. It's really stretchy and scrunchy. You can wear it this way, and yeah, I hope you liked the video, guys. I really had fun filming it for you guys. Give it a try and let me know in the comment sections. If you have any questions, also feel free to put it in the comments and I'll try and reply as